There are moments in life when everything goes quiet, when the path you thought you were walking suddenly disappears beneath your feet. Moments when you look around and realize you don't recognize anything. Not the people, not the direction, not even yourself. And in that silence, in that confusion, a question rises inside you, almost like a whisper. God, where are you? But what if the very moment you think God is farthest is actually the moment he's closest? What if being lost isn't a punishment, but the beginning of being found? This message is for the hearts that feel tired, for the souls walking through seasons with no map, no sign, and no clear next step, for the person who has prayed, cried, waited, and wondered why nothing is changing. You didn't stumble into this message. You were guided here, because sometimes God speaks through quiet moments, sometimes through storms, and sometimes through reminders like this one. You are not lost. You are being led. There comes a time in every life when the path turns dark, not because you're doing something wrong, but because God is shifting your direction. Think back to the times you were absolutely certain of your plan, the job you thought you'd stay in forever, the relationship you believed would last, the version of yourself you were so sure you'd become. And then, unexpectedly, something changed. Life cracked open. The familiar became unfamiliar. The things you held on to slipped away. You tried to make sense of it. You asked, why me? You wondered what you did wrong. You felt like God abandoned you. But what you didn't realize was this. Sometimes God removes what you're holding, so you can take hold of something better. Sometimes he closes roads you would have forced yourself to walk down. Roads that would have drained you, broken you, limited you, just so he can guide you to a path you never imagined. Being lost is painful, but being led often begins in the dark. Think about this. Every major turning point in your life came from something you didn't plan. The heartbreak that made you stronger. The failure that redirected your future. The delay that protected you. The loss that humbled you. The ending that shaped you. You didn't ask for those moments, but they transformed you. And here's the truth you may not have realized until now. You weren't lost in those seasons. You were being guided. You were being pulled away from harm, pushed toward purpose, prepared for something greater than what you could see. God never leaves you in the dark unless he's leading you to a brighter place. The confusion, the waiting, the uncertainty, they are not signs of God's absence. They are evidence of his direction. So if you're watching this feeling lost, if you're carrying questions no one hears, if you're walking through a season where nothing makes sense, breathe. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where God is rearranging your path to align with his purpose for your life. You may not see the full picture yet. You may not understand why things had to fall apart, or why certain people had to leave, or why doors closed. But one day you will. And when you look back, you'll realize something powerful. You were never lost. You were being guided. Every step of the way. God hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't forsaken you. He is nearer now than ever. And one day soon, the path that feels confusing today will become the very path that leads you closer to him, to purpose, to healing, to who you were always meant to be. When you feel lost, God is not distancing himself from you. He is drawing you in, closer than you've ever been.